AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Who's bad?
Trent is bad.
Who's bad? Going on BGC. Going on BGC. Going on BGC. What? Going on BGC. What? Hey, what up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here in studio for the Bad Girls Club AfterBuzz TV After Show. I am joined by Miss Shar, Jossell.
Hey guys, I'm eating, but you know
I thought you were gonna call them gladiators. I was like, this is not scary.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not
a colonel had
entertained?
stabbed my tongue, so I did GL instead of GU for guys.
Miss Steph Giorgi.
Hey y'all.
Hey, we're gonna give a shout out to all the supporters out there and everyone who's just so excited about this season.
Boring.
But this damn.
Is this home?
Wait, where's Kristen? I thought she was coming back this week.
Girl, so die. But
She texted me today, but I just never mind.
about the Halloween dog party.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right. Well,
But you
hopefully
know
she'll be
what?
back next week.
Yeah, I felt like this episode was a complete and utter waste of my damn time. I was so disappointed, but I'm gonna let Jesse lead the show because I don't want to jump too far ahead too quickly.
Well, let's see.
I'm
Let's
just
just
drinking my
put
tea,
our
minding
hands
my own
in, y'all.
business.
So Laura and Jazz, they're driving to San Diego because they're going. That's their trip.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is like every season, you can tell production didn't give a shit about these girls because every season they go on like a nice trip and they stay in a really cute house. And girl, this looked like a motel.
Yeah.
Literally the Motel 6. And I tweeted Boonham and Murray and I said, what is this shack that they put these
Like,
girls in?
They had a
Right.
kitchenette.
They did. I was like, girl, you're in Ocean Beach, not even in the night.
Okay.
What really irritated me about that scene, aside from their housing, is that it was like last week I understood where Lauren was coming from as far as being pissed about how they unceremoniously put Allie outside of the house.
Yep.
But with this episode, I was like, okay,
Wait, you
listen.
mean Jenna was upset, not Lauren?
Yeah, Jenna. I'm
was
sorry,
upset.
guys. Jenna. But with this episode, I was like, literally, put a sock in it. We're 2 hours away in a different city. I'm on a yacht, and you have a personal gripe with me about someone who's no longer on the cast. Like, I'm not interested in talking. But I had to remember that this was happening all within the same day.
Right.
But with the week, week episode, it was kind of like for them to open with that storyline, it was so played.
Well, I mean,
Allie's gone. What? She had her 5 seconds for her 2 episodes.
Girl.
She's gone.
they had to stitch this episode together with anything.
The last
could.
few. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to go on record to say this because honestly, I noticed that a lot of you all were saying it, but I decided that I wanted to give this season a fair chance. But damn it, this season tanked as soon as Jayla, Shannon, and Sinead were gone.
And honestly, like, every season people be like, this is the worst season in BGC, this is the worst season in BGC. And since like season like 10, it has kind of gone downhill. But I have to say, this season though was the biggest snore fest ever. Like, we got good arguments with the twins and all that, but still it wasn't like juicy. And maybe it's because we're coming off All Stars and Chicago was like,
Well, if we're
a lot
being
of
honest,
drama.
I have not really watched BGC like for real in years. So I approached this expecting the same level of where I left it off at.
entertainment value.
Yeah, and it just was like, yeah, it was trash. Even when Jayla and the twins were on it, it still had a big degree of trash because it was still boring, but they spiced it up.
I feel like just these girls, I feel like the girls that come in now, they try to be old bad girls. Like, they try to put themselves in a spot. But let's talk about it. So, and then here's the thing, like, because I go back and forth with Jenna. Like, I like her. Like, there's something about, like, I feel like outside of here, I could kick it with her. But it's, like, hard for me to take it, because I appreciate her being like, that was fucked up what you did to Allie. She didn't do anything to you guys. But at the same time, it's kind of like, 2 weeks ago you pissed, like you were destroying girl shit.
Exactly.
And pissed on there.
Yeah.
Jenna's been
maybe
very-
she was saying she grew from that.
Well, which maybe
what
that
Laura
is the
said.
case. Well, Laura didn't, because you still did the same shit to Allie.
Jenna's been very inconsistent.
No,
I
Laura
feel-
said that. Sorry.
Lauren or Laura? Dr.
Laura told her that she learned.
Oh, from
She
that.
learned.
Girl, please. Jenna has been very inconsistent. Like, I feel like I agree with you. Like, when I like her, and when I don't, I don't. But for the record, I just want to say, if you all are gonna go and you're gonna tweet these cast members and the BGC girls, and you're gonna try to tell them and judge up some stuff about what we on this panel say, you make sure you provide a time code.
Yes,
because I won't get into
please.
specifics, but some of y'all tried to slide in people's mentions and said that we said things that I know for a fact that we did not say, just to drum up whatever. I don't know if y'all want like
Just
personal.
to get.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but they watching, so
No,
I
I'm
just
gonna say it. I
That's
don't know if
fine.
they wanted like personal DMs from Laura and Jen. I mean,
Right.
I don't know what
No,
you
but
all's motive
a
is.
Yes,
lot
that's
of
what
it
it
comes
is.
to they
But don't
will
lie.
take something.
Don't
right,
lie
that's
on
the
Shar
thing.
says so.
Because my thing is this. Let's just bring it up. So basically, today a situation happened with Allie in which I must have said she was whack. I thought it was just whack that you're a bad girl, but you're leaving BGC.
Right, without a fight.
That's whack. Just like it was whack of Tina, which in the upcoming from the reunion, obviously
forgot
it was
Tina
a
was on the
context.
show.
I did too.
Right.
I got
She
to
was
see
still
the
on the
full
show for more
context.
episodes than Ali, though, right?
Yeah. She
Oh
was
yeah,
on the
I got to see the context, but I think it was really interesting that Tina called someone irrelevant.
Right.
That's why I was cracking up.
But we'll see what comes.
It had
of
to have
that.
been Ali. It had to have
No,
been.
but a lot of these kids, they take that kind of stuff because they want
Because
the bad
Allie
girl
thinks
to
that
notice
she's more
them.
relevant than what she is.
She
Well,
really does.
Have you seen
Like,
what they tweeted out? Apparently at the reunion, her versus Tanisha.
No.
She was the one who was like, "Don't come at me like that, boo."
I get tagged in so much stuff sometimes.
Tanisha.
We still lead
It's hard to,
lives. It's hard to keep up.
Like the BGC 15 promo, I just saw that. Shout out to Joey, BGC blogger. I'm just like, I just don't know if I can.
It's like I appreciate it, but it's just like, okay, listen.
I definitely appreciate it.
Listen. Like, I'm out of town, minding my business, partying with college friends.
I'm not thinking about bad
I
girls.
really
Club.
don't give a shit what Jasmine said with Erica on their little Ustream or whatever. Because they
All right.
both sounded and looked stupid.
No. All right. So let's talk about. They're in San Diego brunch. Jenna tells Lauren and Jazz that she's annoyed. Jazz don't give a fuck.
I wouldn't either.
You
We're
know?
2 hours away and I'm on a yacht and
And
the
I'm
DJ
drunk.
is spinning all of the right records.
I don't care about that bitch. She's not here
She's
anymore.
gone.
She was here for 2 days. Like, you could not have kumbaya'd enough with her.
Right.
Seriously, like
Or
Evelyn
2
Lozada
episodes.
said,
I don't know how long
she's
she
a.
was.
If
Like
she was gonna say something, she should have said something right before she left. I'm like, y'all were whack for doing that. That's why I would have said, like, but let's go to this trip now.
But they did. But then they had the 2 hours in that car ride.
But it
what I'm
started-
like.
but
And that's what it was. It was
boring.
just probably Kat
And
and,
they were
Jenna just
venting, just
feeding
talk-
it for
yeah.
2
It
it
hours.
should have
was
died
ready.
down 2
Yeah.
hours.
Because
It
even
should've died
Beatrice got
down.
really upset about it. Jazz don't give a fuck. Jenna just says, I just need time to get over what Lauren did. And then we got this other statement. Do you guys feel like, obviously we saw the ending, so this question might be irrelevant, but Beatrice feels like she changed Kat for the better.
No.
For the better? No.
No.
She just made Kat happy again because
Kat
she was
didn't-
getting laid.
Because she's getting put. That's
That
all.
was it. She was just getting that punani.
Kat, to me, she plateaued. She had moments when she was Incredible Hulk and she was a hazard to herself and she should have been sent home.
Because I'm a hazard to
But
myself.
9.5 times out of 10, Kat, I could have did with that. Like, she plateaued. There was no depth to her being on the show.
Really? So what
me.
the girl should have done from the beginning was just make Kat jealous, and then she would have went off. And may I just say that whole I was just coming at you because the way you smiled, I'm like, no, you were mad. It had nothing to do with Jayla and the twins. You didn't
She was
care.
mad as hell.
You were mad at Beatrice.
You were mad at Ginger. That was it. Yes, that
are
was
mad.
all.
You got
And you know what?
Punan.
That was
Beatrice
it.
reminds me of, I forgot the woman's name, but if you all are familiar with the
She's
musical
like so weird
Rent,
when she talks.
Yeah.
Maureen. You know how Maureen was? Adina Menzel.
Yeah.
Remember her character in the movie musical for Rent. Mm-hmm. That's what Ginger reminds me of. Just kind of free spirited, really
Yeah.
doesn't care about anybody's feelings.
But
she has
she's,
this
like,
boyfriend,
annoying.
then she's with Kat, then Blue shows up. Yeah, she's just out here. She's just out here.
Living.
Playing with your heart.
Might be a guy, might be a girl, you never know.
Kat, you know what really grinds me about Kat? I just had an aha moment. She gets invested too fast. Same with Jasmine's too trusting.
Not to like
and Kat
pin it on lesbians,
possessive.
but that kind of
That
comes
falls in the
with
territory.
But no, she was like that with friendships too, not even sexual relationships. She's like, they're my best friends in the house. And I'm like, best friends? Bitch, what? Like, what? Best friends? Do you know what house you're in?
Yeah.
Although I will say this, I wish Amber was there from the beginning. I would have thought that would have been really interesting she could have taken Tina's spot, but it would have been really interesting to see
her with
Amber,
the
twins and Jayla.
You're right.
Because she's just as cute, so they could have ran their mouth all they wanted, but she was cute.
But Amber got that mouth on her, and I feel like she got the.
She would have been like
very manipulative.
And
Yeah.
I feel like she would snap and jump.
It would have been between her and Jayla because the twins wouldn't have given two shits about nobody.
Yeah. So we got a water fight that was cute. Then they went on jet skis. I was dying at Jazz and Amber in the canoes.
Right.
Perpetuating that stereotype that black people can't swim. For the record, my black ass can swim. I do laps on that ass, okay? I know how to do it all. Breaststroke, butterfly, backwards.
Ooh.
Oh, and you and Jazz are both from Chicago, so you can't blame it on that.
But Shar knows how to swim, okay? I've been swimming since I was a child. My mama made sure my mom can't swim, but my dad can, and all of my sisters and myself, we can swim actually very, very well.
Yes, Olympian.
I feel you though on that, so preach.
But you know, it's a stereotype that comes along with my people.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Because at first I was like, they must not want to get their weave wet.
Right.
When
Well,
she said they couldn't swim, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, Jayla shut that down first episode.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm
Right?
jumping in.
She got
She sure did.
All right, so that lasted like 10 minutes, and then we're back in LA.
Jesse, no, that wasn't even for 10 minutes.
I was just like...
That was like for 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I forgot they were even going to San Diego when they were in the cars.
Really?
It wasn't until I saw the kitchenette, I was like, oh.
No, I knew that they were going, but I was expecting more of a storyline because when I went
Like
into this
Bates
episode,
Motel.
I was wondering, I was like, how are they going to wrap this up if they're out of town for their final episode? Because, you know, BGC normally doesn't take them out of town for their final episode.
So they did a nice, quick 2-hour trip.
Girl, they done Frankenstein the editing over there. So they're back in LA. Jenna and Lauren have their conversation. Lauren totally understands why Jen is upset. Jenna apologizes.
They get on my nerves.
Where I felt Lauren should have apologized.
She
and been like,
absolutely should have
"Look,
apologized.
I'm sorry after the shit that went down with the twins. Like, I never should have did that again. I'm here growing. Like, I get, like, out of all of them, Lauren kind of has the deeper rooted issue, and it's fresh. But I don't even know if I want to give that the excuse of, like, with what happened.
Well, now that this is like towards the end, I feel very comfortable to summarize all of them. Jenna, I like her because I feel like she did.
Wait, don't summarize yet. When we do life coach, okay, well, actually, go ahead. That's where we are now.
Are we?
Jenna, yep.
Okay. Jenna, I didn't mind the end because I felt like she was trying to invest in growing as a person herself, and that's why she was making these moves that were maybe a little bit unnecessary, but she did them. So I didn't mind that. When she apologized to Lauren, I thought that she was just trying to like get it over with, and it was, you know, whatever. Lauren, I feel like she has her problems, but not really. And then, not that I like her, but I think she really was the person who kind of didn't give two shits about anything.
Yeah, like she knew the show she was
cracking,
coming on.
Yeah, she was
did.
like...
Now that I will give to Lauren. She knew what she signed up
Yeah,
And
for.
she
exactly.
also said to Jenna, I get it, I was being a character.
Right.
She said that to
She
Jenna. I
said
thought that was,
that?
I thought that was interesting.
Right.
But
That's
you know
just
what I do? I never thought, if you would have asked me way back episodes 1 and 2, would I be saying this about Lauren? I'd be like, girl, what?
Right.
But I do like, aside from her N-word usage and our introduction to her where I just couldn't stand her and she turned my stomach, I feel like I've come full circle with her where she's tolerable.
Yes.
And I still stand by she should not have been ironing out her issues. I felt like Lauren's issues surpassed what the show could provide her with. And her whole thing with her brother Brandon really should not have been played out on television.
I see both
Unless it
sides
was
of it
like
because I
Iyanla.
feel like there are people.
Unless it was
like
Iyanla.
it should have been a deeper rooted conversation because there are kids who are watching this and they're going through the same
That
thing.
is
and
true, but there's so
you
much
can
to
understand the
unpack.
anger comes out from that.
We didn't get to see Lauren's
that's true.
vulnerability at all this season. I
Maybe
venture to
BGC
say.
should focus on that instead of creating a webisode with sisters and stuff like that. Maybe the webisode should be life coaching with Laura and seeing like the whole session with the girls. I think that would be really like.
Laura was mad corny to me.
Well, it was like.
I mean,
but she always does. Like she,
but you know, they were
has
trying to
that
set her up for
connection
her
really
show.
close for
Exactly.
a fixed
Because if you looked
but
at
that's
the
why I was a
screen-
little bit annoyed because I was like, first of all, I don't even like your choice of life coaching. That whole mirror bullshit. I'm sorry. What? Talk to them.
Okay,
It was a little
wait.
remedial.
It
No,
was,
it was
but at the same time,
remedial.
here's what I'm gonna say. The reason I'm not gonna do that is I do know some actual fans that I've spoken to outside of here who have watched the show and they've done that exercise for themselves, and it's worked for them. So
my whole thing is I just felt like
that
I
was
turned-
interesting to hear outside people see that, try it, look at themselves in the mirror, and write what they think, and then write what they want to be. I understand the power.
I just don't see you being able to identify those things on your own. That's why you're talking to a life coach. When you look into the mirror, your issue's already there. So what you're saying
And if you
may
can
not even
identify
comply.
them on your own, then
That's
you
what
have
I'm
no
saying.
room on the show.
Then
What
you
are
have
you
no
here
room on the
for?
show, exactly. So that's why I thought it was silly. And then her to come in, she was like, "Oh," last night.
What
I'm
was
like,
so distracting to me?
Are you okay?
Oh,
Bless
I
you.
should bring Julie in because Julie be going in.
Yes,
on
she does. What was so distracting to me was that I don't know if it's just because I've done this, TV for a while, but I felt that it was just such an obnoxiously obvious plug for Dr. Laura. I turned to Jesse and I said, is she getting her own show or something? And then you clarified that Fix My Mom or whatever the hell
Starts next
Oxygen, it had it in the corner. So I felt like this finale episode was framed in a way that really set Dr. Laura up in her position to kind of throw her into that show so we all can watch that.
A little bit, but I mean,
I felt like it was so manufactured.
She was like this on all the other seasons.
Yeah.
I know, but I felt like it was
Like
so,
they do the mirror thing every season.
It's not just the
Really?
mirror. It was the girls
Well, no,
like really
even-
just talking. I'm a missed out. Like I just felt like
But see,
it
I
was
felt
just
like she
hyped.
was more like that in All Stars. I felt like she was more. I feel like we saw more of her. I felt like she made a little bit more sense with dealing with the girls. Like this was just like each girl has their issue. We're gonna touch on their issue and cut to the next. Like I don't really think some of the girls got anything out of it. Like Amber would have been interesting from the beginning to have dealt with that daddy issue and to see that go follow through. Like
Right.
what was the ending to that? Because let's talk about it. She said, so we find out daddy's name is Day. She says she benefits from shoes, dinner, and that's pretty much
dining
it.
clothes.
She feels worthless. But then what was where's the conversation after that? So was
That's
there
what
a
I'm talking
conversation
about.
of like, do you stay with daddy? Do you understand why you're with daddy? Do you understand
Right.
She
what
obviously does. If she can I agree with Stephanie. If she can pinpoint all of that, this is why I am with this man. But I also have the self-esteem that's below, sea level. Like my self-esteem is so low. Then I feel like if you can pinpoint certain problematic behaviors or characteristics within yourself, then you also have the power to fix them.
Yeah, but
But-
sometimes you need the correct tools to stop. Because it's like
but the only correct tool here was Laura.
You can go to
My
Barnes
thing
and
is that
Noble.
my thing is that you could also be
I'm not downplaying it, but I mean,
No,
go
I
to a
get it.
damn bookstore. If you're that conscious of the issue, go get you a nice little frappuccino, an espresso, and
Girl.
sit your ass down in Barnes and Noble and go to the
so
self-help
sure.
section.
No shade on it.
Hold on, let me finish what I was going to say. So that's my thing though with Laura, that she would be the tool, and my thing is that a lot of people, they victimize themselves. And here's the thing though, what did Amber say, or what did Beatrice say? She's like, I just wish that you would go deeper into it. They were all ready to talk to a therapist. Half of them can't pay for one when they go
Yep.
back home. So they knew that what happens in therapy, you cry and you figure stuff out. And so that's why everyone had like we're crying and stuff, because they were doing what they thought was supposed to happen during a
Yep.
therapy session. And that's the reason why I think that it's unrealistic and it doesn't help them.
Well,
They were playing
pretty
to that.
sure she's not like as a life coach. You didn't go to school to be like a psychologist or
Which can be the problem.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like
Oh my god, I'd be so mad if I was one of those girls. I'd be like,
Like, I'm pretty sure
why?
she's not
I
a-
can talk to
like
my
a-
mom
You don't
for
need to
like,
be a license, right? No, seriously, you
she's
don't
a
have
life
to be
coach.
like a license.
Like
'cause
I know
there's-
friends who are life coaches. I'm like, really?
Me too. AJ Johnson.
Why? Because
Oh,
they
I'm
read
not
more
talking
books than you and me. That's because they went to Barnes and Nobles and they took some notes.
Or there
That's
are some
literally
people.
all it
That's
is.
I know that's what it is. That's so stupid.
there
I
are
could be a
some
life
people
coach
who
then
are
too.
so in
Hey everybody,
tune.
hit me up and I'll life coach your ass.
Now be
Girl,
careful what you
yeah.
ask for. Be careful because
You're gonna get in all dimensions.
And then I'll say you were dumb for doing it. I'm playing. That's what's up.
All right, let's see. Lauren is forgiving herself for her brother, loves Brandon.
Well, I
and
like
is
that. I
moving
like
on
that
with
we
good
knew his
memories.
name.
Yep. It like actually put a thing to
Yeah,
it.
and so-
Jazz is nervous about her dad and mom judging her.
But que dramatica. Like, are you serious? Oh my gosh, that was official. It ended the show like, oh no, you were playing the part. And when you cried, she cried the way I did when I wanted to make my dad feel bad before I said something. And I was like, you're setting yourself up for a good, like, you know, even her dad was like, man, I'm gonna get off the phone with you right now because you're already doing what you've been doing your whole damn life.
And he knows he's being recorded. When you call the BGC house, it says 5 minutes in, it starts saying, you are now being recorded for whatever purposes. So he knows he's on whatever. So he's not gonna sit on the, I don't know, something.
Please, my nerves. My nerves.
I know.
My nerves. I can't deal with Jasmine. I'm just over her. I have been over Jasmine for about a month now, and I'm sorry. I don't even want to talk about
the
her.
BGC girls, we didn't see them get tattoos this season, but one thing I will say that I did like that they all did leave with was the giving keys. They all had their key around their neck. A little more positive than a tattoo. Right. They went and gave the money to the giving key place, and that was interesting. So Jenna calls her dad and says she's nervous about him watching BGC, and her dad was mad cool. He was like, "Yeah, girl, I don't think you." And
coming from where she's from.
I mean, this is the same girl who smeared shit on her ex's car. Yes,
exactly.
So I'm sure not many things surprises Daddy. This is the same girl whose mother referred to her as a bad bitch, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken.
Oh, really?
But remember in her video, because when Kristen was on the show, she was talking about it. She was like, she's a down ass or down the ride ass bitch. Or, I don't know. Her mom said something in that audition tape.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Daddy's just been conditioned like my daughter's.
Well, he was like, "You're on the Bad Girls Club." Like,
yes, exactly.
He knows is right.
He's like, "I helped you do the damn video. Remember that?"
Yeah. Jazz cries, calls her dad, and he just sounded like, "Girl, just get off the phone."
Because you had sex on camera twice. I could honestly see with Jazz if the tears and all those theatrics happened the second time. But for her to do it the first time when she had sex and then just to turn around and just all willy-nilly just
because someone else
again.
is doing it, it's like, oh, I'll do it.
Right.
That's what
I'm like, oh, so that's your life. So then don't be mad about it. Reflect upon yourself. Here's a little life coach, everybody. When something like this happens, what do? You don't blame everyone around you. You reflect upon your own decisions. And what you did, you did. Oh, well. Suck it up and move on. Go to damn Barnes & Noble's and read some shit. I don't know.
Find you a corner in one of those comfortable seats or a giant beanbag, and spend an afternoon in Barnes & Noble listening to smooth jazz and working your life out.
I want to spend an afternoon in Barnes & Noble with you.
I actually have a really good book. I was recommended it by Maria Menounos of AFTERBUZZ TV, and it's from Tony Robbins, in which I'm going to a seminar this weekend.
Oh, lovely. The one from Shallow Hal?
Is that who? Oh, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
And then the book is called Notes from a Friend. It's really, it's a short little book, but it gives you like little quotes and little, it's an actual book, but there are quotes and little ahas in there that you really know, but it's just really good to just keep saying it over and over again.
Like affirmations. Yeah. Like how in Being Mary Jane, she had all the Post-its everywhere. Yes.
So I definitely recommend that. A Note from a Friend, Tony Robbins. Okay, so we go to the club. It's their last night out, and my boo things, because I loved me some Miss Low London on her season.
That was the girl with the blonde hair.
Yeah. I used to call her the Bama, because when she's so cute and little, when she gets mad, you see the country come out of her, and she'll be yelling at you like, oh. And then Blue's just my bitch. You know
you were right. When I was asking if she butchered lipstick.
Oh, how she flips it up.
No, she was butch.
Oh, Blue?
Yeah.
But she can flip it up,
but I only saw her face for like a second.
No,
she's
but
the one
see
that
her modeling
like
pics, like when she femmes it up, it's
she's
like,
bad.
Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah. They're in the club. Beatrice, I'm sure a producer went to Beatrice and was like, go dance on Blue.
Right. And she can't dance, by the way.
Beatrice or Blue?
Beatrice
can't
dance.
Blue just kind of swagged.
Shout out to everyone who hopped in my mentions and told me Beatrice was part black last week, too. I didn't know.
I told you today, Jamaican.
I know you did, but last week it started.
when you were trying to figure it out.
And shout out to Beatrice for watching.
Beatrice watches?
Call in sometime next week. We love it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Beatrice. You're annoying.
Oh,
you're annoying.
Beatrice wants her Blue's number. They get and Kat was not having it. They get in the limo. Kat's over it.
Kat, that's not your girlfriend
at all.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like if I were there, I'd just sit on her shoulder all night.
Well, here's the thing, though.
That's not your girlfriend.
I would say that too.
That's not your girlfriend.
But when she was like, oh, because I gave her number? Like, what are you doing? You're not that bad. Stop. Shut up. You're so dumb. You know how Kat is.
I feel like Kat does not understand the house. I've been saying this for weeks now. Beatrice is obviously there to have fun. You know she has a boyfriend. Y'all got like 2 days left in this bitch. And you sitting up here fully, 100% emotionally invested in a castmate.
In a side piece. Because let's just keep it real. Beatrice, like you said, she's there to have fun.
And
So
it's
she has a
clear.
boyfriend. She's here. She's gonna have fun. She knows she can't get dick. So what's she gonna do? She gonna
Right.
she's into pussy. So she like
Kat pissed me off in the club when Beatrice was trying to go and say hi to Blue, and she stopped her. She's like, "Stop." I was like, "What you mean stop? Let her go say hi."
Yeah, come
That's
on,
why
be
Emily
confident
got
in
issues
yourself.
now.
Right. Be confident in yourself. You a bad bitch, Cat. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, Blue's a bad bitch.
Yeah, I know.
So then all of a sudden, Jenna and Kat are whispering to each other. And Amber asks, "What's so funny?" Because she sees... Now, I would have loved to have seen the unedited version to this. Because
Right.
Amber said, I mean, I get what you're talking about with her, but that over there sounded like some side shit. Mm-hmm. So maybe, because we have seen Amber be a shit starter, but maybe something was...
She peeped something out, and so she wanted to say something about it.
You know what I mean? Because she did mention them. She said, I know you doing this, but
Yeah.
that looked like some side shit. So that would have been interesting to see what that was about. And then Kat, talk about not being able to handle your emotions, takes everything that she's irritated with Beatrice about and aims it and throws it at Amber.
Right.
Which is why she apologized, because she knows that was...
You know what? Even though I think that Kat was lying about the whole smiling thing, I
Oh,
feel
she
her on that
was.
because you know what? Sometimes with this very specific smile, I want to beat the shit out of you too.
Really?
Don't smile at me like that.
I mean, if you're condescending,
yeah, but I mean, you know, like those, like, cause I always do that to friends, like when I'm trying to be a bully, like to my friends, like jokingly, I'm always like, But if I saw somebody
people
do
go
that to
through
me,
that
I'm
with
like,
their siblings all the time.
That's what I'm saying,
Your mom tells you to
yeah.
sit down, and your little sister, little brother's like looking at you like, well, I'm up.
I know, right?
Eating my
Woo!
popsicle, you're facing the wall type thing. Like,
Oh, no.
that's, it's just a condescending type thing.
And great episode, actually, because now it's bringing me back. But Miss Low London, on her season, she had to control her anger issues, and she would snap at everything. And so it's interesting that all these girls had these conversations with Laura the day before. Mm-hmm. And then Kat could snap so easily. Mm-hmm. Because then when I look at someone like Lauren from Low London from her season, to me, came off a little more emotionally unstable. But she was capable of, when someone would get in her face, like, she would calm it down. Like, she understood that. And I felt like Kat, like, I know they had liquor in their system, but,
Right.
like, to get
so
up
tired
and
of talking
jump
about
at
these
Amber...
women.
Well, girl, we only got one
Because she was
more
like,
week.
don't look at me like that.
Jazz starts crying over Jalen the twins and how they bullied her and Lauren.
And brings it back in, but now we know.
And says
Now
that
we know that that's what it was. That
She's-
she was bullied and they felt like crap.
Yep.
She
They'd be
said,
like-
where was this cat when
Yes.
Jalen...
I'm like, you can't defend yourself. Why are you getting mad at Lauren? You're getting mad at Kat. Girl, if you're
It
going
is
to
not
open your
their
mouth, you're going to
responsibility
dish it. Yes.
to oversee your shit,
Yes.
Jasmine. You are in the bad... I'm going to look at this camera.
Yes.
You are in the Bad Girls Club house. You know what comes with signing up with this show. So it is not your castmate. It is not Lauren and Kat's mission or their goal in the house to defend you and your bullshit.
Yep.
Especially because you were starting a lot of it and being messy yourself. I can see if things were
Exactly.
perpetuated onto you, but you invited
Like a
lot
Tina
of
situation.
it.
Yes. And
Like,
I
they just
just
picked on
met
Tina.
them. She just
She
met all
invited a
them.
lot of that, and so it's just like, girl, just Jasmine, just no. Ugh.
Kat apologizes to Amber and then apologizes to Beatrice. Beatrice looked over it. Like, she was just like, yeah, sure, hug.
I would have been packing my suitcase like, yeah, Kat, okay, girl.
Yeah.
All right, girl.
Bye.
All right, you knew I was a thought when you met me. All right, girl.
Right. You know what? That's when Beatrice was
Actually, I'm
kind
not
of
going
cool
to
to
even
me.
call her a thought. I'm not going to call Beatrice that, because to me, she
was
wasn't.
a thought. Oh, that hoe over
No,
there.
yeah, I don't think it was.
Yeah,
She was. That was a
over
thought.
there.
But my thing is like with Jazz.
She was very honest.
Who?
Beatrice.
She was. That's one
Yep.
thing I'll
She's
give her.
honest
from
all
the
the
beginning.
time.
That's
She
what I meant to
steps on the
say.
set.
I
She
feel like
sure was.
Lauren was very. That's why I feel like you like Lauren, because you're always talking about you're very upfront and like you. I feel like even though Lauren has said things that irritate us,
Right.
Like
out
the
of all
N-word.
the out of all the girls though, she
No.
has really stuck her ground and been very vocal about where she stands.
And
No,
So I can
she
give
is.
her that.
That's one thing I can give her. And when we see like there's random moments that are actually like raw of hers. For instance, when she starts laughing, we don't even understand what she's saying. She's like something about "shut the f up" in
Yeah.
the limo.
Oh, yeah.
She made me laugh, and I was like, "Damn, I kind of would have wanted to get faded with you that night because he looked like you had a like." She was just not even. She was just laughing, you know.
As long as no hip hop is played.
Let's go to
I can only fuck with Lauren if no hip hop is played. We gonna have
Go
to
to a
listen
techno
some
club.
Judah
Listen to-
Alanis Morissette, baby
Right,
girl.
listen to some T Swift, maybe some Demi L.
Hey, no, I love Demi Lovato.
I do too.
love her. Wish she was my
That's
best friend.
why
I love that new confidence song of hers.
Wait, what did that say? Anyway, I think that we should try to get some of the bad girls or one or two of the bad girls. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Well, we want
on
the. We're
next
just gonna
week's.
come out and say it.
Jimenez.
We want the twins to either
Tweet
come
Wait,
in
AfterBuzz TV
or
wants the
call
twins.
because we just want to hear, since they ain't gonna be on the reunion. We want to hear what they have to
Right.
say.
Wouldn't you all
Ooh,
love to have Shannon and Sinead in here with us unpacking and talking about the reunion next week? So personally, I would like them in studio, especially because you ran into them.
Yes.
You all tweet them. I'll tweet them, slide in some DMs, and hopefully we can work something out.
Right,
I don't
sent
want them
a
over the
text, I didn't
phone.
get a response.
Well, yeah,
I'll
but I
take
mean,
them over the phone, but I don't want them over the phone. I want them right over there on that couch, and we can really talk our mess about the reunion. So tweet Shannon and Sinead, tell them that Shar says so, and I don't know if you all want to be included in this.
Sure,
once
be
them
like,
on the
remember that girl you met
AfterBuzz.
at LA Cafe? She's trying to
Well,
have you on her show.
I think they would be the perfect two candidates
I
out of
would-
all of the cast.
Out
I
of
think
all
that'd
the
be
cast, I think
fabulous
that
to
would
be
be
here.
the
Oh my
most
God, I
interesting
loved
because
it.
they
they're the
weren't
only
there,
ones
and
that
their
weren't there.
perspective.
Yes.
And I'm like team them at this point because even though they had their issues, the season tanked once they left. I'm
Yes.
all in it for entertainment.
Okay, so
Right.
let's do this. Hit up the twins. If the twins can't do it, then we'll get Jayla.
Okay.
I'll see if
Is Jayla in LA?
No, but we can definitely get her to call.
I think it's so funny that they pissed me off so much. And at this point of the show, I love the three.
I'm like begging for
I know, me
Shannon,
too.
Sinead, or
Some
Jayla.
sort of
I just want to
entertainment.
see them. I want to meet them. They're so cute. They're so pretty.
I want them
Yes.
right there on that couch. So you all tweet them, and like I said, I'll do my stuff on my end, and I'm sure Jesse and Stephanie will too. But don't harass them. Just put a bug in their ear.
Right, just a little bit.
Girl, it's gonna be like waterfall now. On that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
They said something about unplug your mic or something. I feel like my mic is. I don't know. That was before they sent that production time.
All right, so we're gonna get some fights. It looks like Tanisha versus Allie, so apparently from what I caught on Twitter, is they have like mock-ups of the twins there,
Okay.
and
Like cardboard cutout type.
yeah, and
Wow.
like Tanisha, because here's the thing about Tanisha. Tanisha always comes for a certain type of person. If you quit the bad girl's house, she don't fuck with
free
you.
game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you don't show up to the reunion, she thinks that that's like a cop-out. Now, my
Okay.
thing with this one situation...
I was about to say she needs to do her research for this season.
For this season, like, I get it when Natalie, like, there are a whole bunch of other girls that have done it in the past, but for this season, if the twins have a legal situation with production...
Right, then it's understood somewhat. But
My Prada shoes were ruined.
But honestly, I kind of feel like
actually,
the producers
all
made
those
Tanisha
tweets
say
that we
those
got
things.
with where people were matching all the items that they saw. Shoot.
Thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Don't bring it to BGC. But hopefully girls in the future know that.
And don't
Right.
bring it to AfterBuzz.
Yes.
Whoever we get in here next week. I really do want to guess next
No,
week.
bring it to AfterBuzz. Let your girl have
Bring
some
what
of your
to- I don't
stuff.
want
I was
none
about
of
to say,
that
don't bring
dirty
that
shit.
filth here because we will call LAPD.
Yeah, I don't
Shar
deal with
will.
shitty
Oh, I'm
shoes.
talking about their.
Shar, I don't
their-
play those games.
No.
Your ass will be
Urinated.
in cuffs if you
Girl,
bring
their
that bullshit to
merchandise.
First of all,
AfterBuzz.
I'm so sure the twins have any of that stuff. Girl, bye. They did not
I
touch.
was just saying, I didn't want it to be misinterpreted. Listen, you bring your bullshit to AfterBuzz, you'll be leaving in cuffs. That's
I
a
was talking
guarantee.
about hand-me-downs. I'll
Or in
take
an,
them.
or in an ambulance. Either way. But okay.
Oh, girl, someone got misconstrued that comment.
Shit, I know.
My
bad.
comment or hers?
I-
That
you know
one
what? I
about
just-
going in an ambulance. They're gonna be like, AfterBuzz said
Shar
that
wants to fight
they're gonna
you."
kill you.
Shar wants to fight you.
No, they're so unprofessional and fake. They want to
Okay.
beat your ass.
Okay.
No,
Anywho.
I just want to give you a hug and ask
so
you
Tanisha
questions.
versus Allie. So apparently they have mock-ups of the twins. Allie starts saying something about that she's relevant or whatever that she says, and Tanisha starts going after her for leaving and quitting the bad girl's house. Allie comes back at her, and Tanisha goes ham, which Tanisha usually does.
Yeah.
We get Lauren versus Beatrice,
Yeah.
which what could
Interesting.
that
Tina going off on someone, calling them irrelevant.
Right.
I didn't even see any promo clip of Jasmine. I saw Jayla walking on the set looking over with the new
bad.
bob. She looked good.
She looked so good.
She
Jasmine
looked
did her similar. I'm pretty sure ponytail back. But wait,
Whatever, we know what
who do you
Jasmine
think
looks like.
Tina said that to? I'm thinking either Amber or Allie.
I think it's Allie.
I think it's
Yeah.
Allie too.
I think it's because Allie's very full of herself based on what was told to me. Excuse
Well, it
me,
would
about
just be
your Twitter
easy.
exchange.
Exactly, yes.
She's very like, you
Yes.
know.
She's a good-hearted person.
Girl.
And then we get Kat versus Beatrice, which
It was bound to happen. I mean,
That was bound to happen.
not to stereotype lesbians, but I mean, can we call a thing a thing?
Yeah.
Well, on that note, we want to know what you guys think, and we know you're going to tell us. So hit us up down in the comments below. Subscribe to us on YouTube, on iTunes, on SoundCloud as well. Thanks for that promo.
Right.
And then also make sure you guys
Yes.
tweet us too. Hit me up at DJ Jesse J.
You can find me at sharsaysso.com. That's where all of my hot tea is at. You can also tweet me at sharsaysso. Periscope, all of that stuff. It's all at sharsaysso. And do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, sharsaysso.
You can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, and on Instagram at the Stephanie Giorgi, and for the Jane the Virgin After Show on Mondays live at 11 p.m.
Boom. Till next week. Same time, same place. Peace.
Oh, our time is coming to a close.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.